the dark side, or the light. Hello, my name is Matt1. Today I'm going to do a review of Star Wars The Force Awakens that I saw last weekend. Really enjoyed it. Me and my family are major Star Wars fans. My mom and my brother went with me, and we got like Star Wars souvenirs from the theater. We went to Regal Theater, by the way, if you are curious. Yeah, we got see Kylo Ren, Rey, and Captain Phasma on there, and Poe Dameron, and you see Chewbacca and Finn, and R2, C-3PO, and BB-8 if you can see in the overlay. Some of the stormtroopers in the back end, some TIE fighters, and some X-Wings. And I got this cup too. Put overlay. Yeah, and probably won't see it. And a stormtrooper little figurine. I didn't want to get this, but my mom said like she thought it was like R2, but it was actually, well, there was no R2, but she thought it was R2, but because the cash register guy said it was R2, but it was really BB-8. My God. And my brother got this tin with Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma. Yeah, I had really great fun watching the film. When we were in the theater, like, we had to scoot over to make room for these other people, and it turns out these other people were like drinking some wine or whiskey or something like that. There was like some kind of strong liquor. It was kind of annoying every time you put it in a water bottle, and I saw the water bottle. It was strong, and my brother noticed that he had brownies. They might have been pot brownies, because I think I saw it at 10 o'clock showing, and I think all the people were like hipster yuppie people, not like average nerds like how I am and my brother is. I think I saw some average looking nerds like, yeah bro, let's see Star Wars, not like, ooh, the originals are better or whatever like that, something like that. Some hipster shit, whatever, I don't know. So yeah, I had really fun watching the movie, and let's get to the review. So the movie opens up on a planet called Jakku, and we see one of our new characters, Poe Dameron, getting a map to find Luke Skywalker from this old man who seems kind of Jedi-esque himself. And then the First Order comes, and they're also looking for Luke Skywalker, and they completely destroy campsite looking for Matt. But Poe puts it in his BB-8 droid, kind of like a reference from like Leia putting the plans to the Death Star in R2-D2 in the first one. So Poe tells BB-8 to go run and hide. I'll take care of this. Poe actually gets captured by the First Order. And we also get to see Kylo Ren's, his force power, how strong it is. Poe shoots at him, and Ren just like blocks it with his force. We never seen something like that in the originals. We seen something like that. Like we seen Darth Vader reflect a blast. We never actually hold it in midair like that. Like it was just standing there, and Kylo Ren puts his hand down, and it was still standing there until he left. Well, it actually eventually the First Order does find where he put the map to find Luke. They go to his ship, what's left of it, because he destroyed it. So yeah, he found out it was back on Jakku. That droid is still back on Jakku, so they go look for the droid. So let's talk about some characters now. So Rey, she is a person that finds like scrap metal machines. If it's any good, she trades it for food. Whatever she eats, it looks like some kind of like muffin thing. Like, probably it's not. Probably has some like grain in it or whatever. She trades scrap metal machines for that like every single day to like, survive this planet. And like, she's also waiting for her parents to come back, but I doubt that they ever will come back. And also later we found out that she is force sensitive because of Anakin's and Luke's lightsaber was calling out to her, and then she gets like a vision of like the past of like, well, when Vader first Luke for the first time, there was like we see the Knights of Ren standing next to some dead bodies, and we like see like Luke by R2, like seems like he failed at something. I'll explain why. Why did I think he failed at this later? Yeah, when she touches the lightsaber and then she races out of there, and then the old lady, that little alien old lady, I forgot her name, but I know she's like 1,000 years old, like older than Yoda, tells like, it's chosen you, you're its new master, stuff like that. Well, first she's on this planet first. For all that crazy nonsense Jedi stuff, she meets BB-8 first, and then after that she meets Finn. Now, Finn used to be a stormtrooper. Now, the New Order brainwashes people to be soldiers, and it looks like Finn breaks out of that brainwashing. Finn is more of a man that freaks out about all of this, like, this is not for him. That's why he left and goes to help Poe and frees Poe Dameron from the New Order, and then he go to Jakku, but Finn and Poe get separated, but Finn thinks that Poe's dead, so Finn goes looking for BB-8, he meets Rey, he get attacked by the First Order again. Well, they actually find the Millennium Falcon. When you're running from the TIE Fighters, Finn goes like, why won't you go in that ship? No, she goes like, no, that ship's a piece of junk! And it ends up being the Millennium Falcon, the fastest damn ship alive in the galaxy. It's no piece of junk, silly girl, but you're still pretty awesome. That's that part. We'll get to that, the Millennium Falcon story in a little bit. Let's talk about Kylo Ren, or aka Ben Solo. So Kylo Ren is also Han Solo and Princess Leia's son, and this guy suffers through an identity crisis. When he's like talking to the helmet of his grandfather, he goes like, I can feel the light side pulling towards me. Like, I'm confused about what I am. Luke must have trained him. I wonder what Luke did wrong for him to go to the dark side. I'm gonna make another video. It's like a prediction video for the next movie. Who's who? Like, what happened with that? Make sure to subscribe to check that video out. He's confused, but he's also more powerful than his grandfather. If he can like stop a mid-blast, mid-air, and it just stands there and doesn't move at all. And he also seems to be afraid, like, of other Force users, like how Rey is. Like, when she was, like, awakening her power, like, well, it's called Force Awakens, and he was, like, trying to, like, read her, like, mind or whatever, like, try and find where the droid is. Trying to read his mind, and, like, she's trying to resist it. And she ends up reading his mind, and she's like, you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader. And he gets like freaked out. Like, he's like the only person right now with Force powers. Or it could be the other Knights of Ren has Force powers. I'm more talking about like, there's more good guys with Force powers. And she might be stronger than him. That's probably why he's afraid of her. And I also wonder what Snoke did to convince him to join the dark side. Like, I really want to know. So, moving on to Han Solo. So, the reason why the Millennium Falcon was on Jakku is because of this guy stole it from Han, and Han stole it back, and then stole it from Han again, and somebody else stole it, and then somebody else stole it, and they put it on Jakku. That's the chain of all of it. So, like, he's been split up from Leia, like, after when their son Ben went to the dark side. The thing that he usually does is, which is smuggling. He's been doing that all this time. He has a new ship with, like, some aliens that he smuggles place to place. Pretty fun to see Han and Chewbacca again. I really like that. So, Princess Leia, or now General Leia, is leader of the Resistance now, and like they're fine Luke, and also R2 is there at the Rebellion base, and he's been offline ever since Luke went to exile himself. While they're at the Resistance base, Finn sees Poe that he's okay, and they like, hug each other like they're old buddies, but they're not. They just met each other a couple of days, but you see the lively friendliness that these two have somehow, even though they spent a few moments with each other. Since Finn was used to work with the First Order, he knows all the tricks and secrets behind their Starkiller base, where it is the power source of the base, to destroy it. For Star Wars, find the core and then destroy it. The Starkiller base is like way huger than the Death Star. It's like planet size, and it can destroy more than one planet. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, they're doing destroy the planet. I'm like, okay. And then I see like it splits, the laser beam like splits into like 3 beams and then destroys 3 or more planets at a time. I'm like, holy shit, that thing is more powerful than the Death Star. That's their plan, to go to the Starkiller base and destroy it. But that's not Finn's idea. He actually wants to go back to the base to find Rey, because she's captured at this point, because of Kylo Ren. But she does not need any rescuing. She actually rescues her own self while she's tapping into her force. She talks to the guard, I want these shackles off, and then like, you talk more, I'll tighten them more. And then she tries it again, I want these shackles off, and then takes them off. She's like, leave your gun. Yeah, so you see how it was called Force Awakens, and she is awakening her force. I wonder if the lightsaber has anything to do with it, like by touching it. It has like a key in it, some kind of key force in it. One of the most saddest, tragic parts of this movie is when like Han dying by his own son. Han is talking to his son. Come back to us. Come back to me and your mother. Somehow feel like Kyle wants to, but whatever Supreme Leader Snoke did to him, it's making him not go back to his father and mother. And that's when he ends up killing his own father, stabbing him with his lightsaber. And then like Han doesn't even get a proper funeral. He just gets stabbed by his son and then gets fallen into that abyss where the core of the base is. Just like, oh my god, horrible. But I bet Harrison Ford likes that part, because like Harrison Ford wanted to die in the second Star Wars movie, but George was like, no. But thanks to J.J. Abrams, it ended up dying, and yeah, Harrison Ford's like pretty happy about that. Like that's probably his favorite part. That's why he's smiling throughout the movie. He's gonna die. He knows that he's not gonna do any of this stuff anymore. After that, we see like Rey and Finn's rage towards Kylo, and the battle in the forest. And like, well, first Finn battles Kylo, and also Kylo has like a injury that Finn or Rey did to him. As he's walking towards them, he's like hitting his wound, trying to get the pain out. And I'm like, you can't just do that. It's making more pain out of that wound. He doesn't want to be weak. He's afraid of weakness. That's why he's doing it. So he defeats Finn, and then he goes over to Luke's lightsaber. He uses the Force to pick it up. It floats over to him, but it ends up being floats to Rey. And then Rey and him battle. And Rey and him battle out. Rey defeats him. And you kind of like wonder why he gets defeated. He's supposed to be a skilled Sith Lord, but for this person, mostly uses a staff. I guess you could do it like, you know, mostly like with a staff you're like that, and then with a sword you're like that. And then we find out like when like the base is destroying, Snoke is like to one of the generals, bring Kylo to me, it's time to complete his training. So that's why Rey was able to defeat Kylo, because his training was not complete. He's not a full-fledged Sith. When Kylo and Rey were battling, and he was like, you need a master. Like, I was like, no. She doesn't need a master. Her master will be Luke at one point. And like, we found out that he's not complete of his training himself. And then I'm like, you're not complete yourself? And you're trying to take on your own student? No. That's Kylo Ren. Like, he's a tragic character. Thinks he can do master thing. No, he cannot. And I just love how Rey just taps into the Force. She just defeats him like that. She might have cut off his hand, or like, and it's amazing like a scratch or whatever. I gotta watch the movie again. Probably she did. It looks like it, but probably not. I don't know. So when everyone goes back to the base, like, well, Finn goes to medical attention. He's in a coma too. And when they're back at base, R2 actually wakes up. So I wonder if it was the lightsaber somehow like spiritually woke him up, or was it Rey that wakes him up spiritually? Is she truly a Skywalker? I really want to know. I'll go more into deep of that in my third video for predictions for the next movie. So like, R2 has half of the map. Finally, well, you see the map. It's like BB-8 has like a small piece of it, like a very small piece, very tiny, and then R2 has this big piece of it, and then they link it together, and then they find Luke's whereabouts to like know where he is. And Rey with the Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca goes to that planet where he is, and he meets him and tries to, and is giving him the lightsaber. And that's the end of the movie. When I see Luke, I was expecting him to say something. We look for him all through the movie, and he says no word. Am I too greedy for this? Hearing him say something? Maybe I'm not. I was glad to see Luke. He was the MacGuffin of this movie. Yeah, I liked it. I like that. Can't wait for the second one. I did notice some little Easter eggs, how like when Finn and Han had Captain Phasma, and like Han asked, is there like a trash chute somewhere, and he can like throw Phasma in the trash chute somewhere. And there was like a kind of like an Easter egg to the original, how there was like a trash compactor there as well. And also Rey picking up the lightsaber from the snow, like how in Empire, Luke picks up his lightsaber from the snow. I did hear Obi-Wan Kenobi's voice when Rey had that vision. So like, that's all the Easter eggs that I can point out, but yeah. Humor in this movie, it seems little Marvel Cinematic Universes. I was like thinking of theater, what type of flavor of this humor it reminds me of? Well, I heard from another podcast, plummeting the Death Star, and they mentioned that its jokes feel like it's too Marvel-ish. Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by Disney. It's no wonder the jokes sound like it's from a Marvel movie, but I'm okay with that. Also, the music wasn't that spectacular for this movie. Star Wars is known for having great music in the background, but not this one. The one from the trailer, that one was really good. You know how like people say the movie's not as good as the trailer? This one, trailer music wasn't as good as the music from the movie. A little joke like that. I did enjoy the movie. I will have like a top 10 movie or top 5 movies of the year next week, and also a lot of other things next week. What things I'm looking forward to for next year, and also plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Make sure to subscribe for that too. Also, how did you enjoy the movie as well? Make sure to post some comments down below. Press that like button and subscribe for more as well. I've been Matt1. May the Force be with you always. Awaken your Force well.